And we're live. Alright, share it out to the world. Twitter, blogger, publish. Whatever the heck that is. And then finally, Facebook. And there we go. Wait about 2 more minutes to see if anyone joins. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. Come on. And I'm just going through Twitter, look at that stuff and laughing at it. Terrible. Oh, did the Dow Jones drop again? Yep, it's down 536 points again. Thanks, Trump. Yeah, it's 2:30. Let's start. Get this up in the window. Hey, YouTube lover. Alright, and here we go. When I wake up, I'm almost dizzy with grogginess. Guess that happens if you suddenly change your sleep schedule. I drag myself out of bed for a quick shower before idly sitting on the couch. What does that sound familiar? Alright, about half an hour ago. 5:41. Oh, a.m. Whoa, that's way too early. What do people even do this early in the morning? Nothing. Just be miserable because it's way too early in the morning. I guess there are those people who make their beds, work out, and eat a hearty breakfast like ideal productive human beings. Gross. But nah. I'm more partial to lying around and maybe watching some TV. Yeah, that sounds nice. I lazily reach over and my fingertips barely skim over the buttons on the remote. I roll closer and, some trial and error, manage to switch the TV on. In a frenzy after the sudden disappearance of 2 students just 2 days apart, the Samu Imperial Boarding Academy, known for its prestigious— wait, what? 2 people disappeared. Background and powerful connections with established corporations like Limited and Way Forward, found a nation's eyes that struggles to cope with these new accusations. I freeze on the couch as footage of the all too familiar campus dances on screen. Disappearances? At the academy? They mentioned nothing like this. Civilians, if you happen to see these missing persons, notify the authorities immediately. It is our duty to keep this city safe. Here are the photographs. Midori Mano, left, and Tuma Hayashi, right. I snatched the remote, jamming at the power button until the TV finally blanks. Meaning in the sensationalist headlines, shameful, stupid, I can't believe anything they say. But why are my fingers still shaking? Press my hands against my chest, squeeze my eyes shut. Disappearances at the academy. Well, just some spoiled kids who decided to run off and elope with their significant other of 3 weeks. The news always exaggerates everything anyway. Fall back against the couch, suddenly feeling extremely lazy. Dun 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 dun. Land shark. Yama. Hello. Are you alive? Rui's a big girl. She can open the door herself. I'm gonna call the morgue. You know what happens in the morgues? Nothing. Because they're full of dead people. You get bored really quickly. Oh, and you'd probably die from suffocation. Darn it, Rui, there's something called a keypad. Activating foghorn in 3, 2, 1. I groan in the general direction of my door. Sorry, I don't speak idiot. What was that? Meh. You know, if this was the zombie apocalypse, you'd be long dead. You're scarier than a zombie, actually. If I'm scarier than a zombie, what does that make you? Ha. Typical Rui. Use the keypad, woman. It's there for a reason. But why do that when I can make you suffer? What a true friend. Let me guess. You forgot. Ah, please. Your code is the stupidest possible code that exists on the planet. Even Mr. Ryota pointed out how stupid it was. It's not. It's too, Mr. 14789. Okay, why is that stupid? Come on, lazy bum. 14789. Let's see. Oh crap, I don't have a touch tone phone. I was gonna see if... Wait, here we go. So 14789. Can I make any words out of that? H... Nope, can't make any words. So why is that a stupid... Maybe it's a Japanese thing. It would make sense in Japan. I finally amble to the door and pull it open, pretending to grumble all the while. Truthfully, I'm enjoying our little sparring match. Morning, sleepyhead. What? Ooh, who was that? Follow. And go back to that. There we go. What? That was an odd reaction. Nothing. Her averted gaze and flushed cheeks prompt me to run a quick check. Nothing on my face. I'm in my pajamas, I guess, but they're decent. Rui has seen me in them before. So I run a finger on my lips, trying to feel if there's anything in my teeth. Nope. Don't do that. Don't do what? Don't take so long, duh. We have to go to school, you know. I check my phone. 7:22 a.m. I know how to read a clock. I'm not stupid. I wait for the inevitable. Unlike you. It never comes. Just get ready, okay? We need to make a stop on the way. What kind of stop? What was that to ask so many questions? Jeesh. She reaches for my wrist, but suddenly jerks back as if I'm covered with poison. Let's go! Hey ho! Let's go! Raise an eyebrow, smirking at a dramatic fluster. In my pajamas? Get dressed right now. Sir, yes sir. Stride easily towards my room, leaving her fuming. It takes a few seconds to throw on my uniform. I've barely stepped in the room before I'm out again. Hey! When I return to Ruri, I notice she's regained her composure. I have to admit that it's fairly impressive that she can master herself in such a short amount of time. Took you long enough. Say that like you were waiting forever. I lean closer, raising an eyebrow. Or did you want to? Shut up! I playfully poke her in the forehead in an attempt to put her at ease. I really need to learn to keep my mouth shut. Nothing good will come from saying things like that. It's just, why does she have to look so cute when she's angry? Let's go! She marches out the door without a backward glance. Ruri refuses to speak to me even as we exit the apartment complex and head into the street. Where are we going? It takes me a moment to realize that we're on a complete detour. Instead of leading me to the academy, Ruri stops by the main street. The city is fairly quiet at this time of day, excluding the handful of cars that roar down the road and had to commute. It's completely silent. Almost eerily so. Hey, it's okay. No buses. Buses? Searches me with a searching look for a second. And I know where her eyes spring wide open. They're after us. Agent Ishimoto, run! She bows down the street without warning. Never seen her run so fast in her life. It spurs me to a sprint after her even though there's no visible threat, at least not from what I can tell. What on earth has possessed this crazy girl? Rui's speed picks up until we're precariously weaving around benches, street lamps, and other miscellaneous items. I can easily keep up being in track and all, but Rui is clearly inexperienced. If she stays at this pace, she'll probably end up hurting. Yes! Splat. Herself. Face first, face plant. You okay? What, are you blind? You're the one who tripped. Why are you calling me blind? I'm not the one who asks, are you okay, to someone who's clearly in pain. Sansa struggles to her feet, but crumbles to the ground with a pain cry. I instinctively catch her arm. It's unexpectedly slender. I assume that she would have developed some muscle from how often she likes to hit me. Whatever gave you the brilliant idea to tear down the street like a mad woman anyway? Shut up and help me before we're late for school. If you're really worried about that, we shouldn't have come here in the first place. Come on already, idiot. Girls, I'll never understand them. Ever. Regardless, I kneel down, pull Rui's arm around my shoulder, and slowly start to stand. Would have worked well, but our height difference is too substantial. She's clearly uncomfortable with her arm hitched above her head. This isn't working. Barely deductions, Sherlock. It is, for a brain as tiny as yours. Fuck you, bitch. You know, maybe I should just leave you here. You wouldn't! I sigh, lowering her back to the ground. She's right, I wouldn't, so somehow I have to get her to school. Carrying her, maybe? Since she's wearing a skirt, a piggyback ride might be too difficult. Or try to true potato sack style, but there wouldn't be any way of putting her down without injuring her ankle. Aww, which will be problems of its own, a lot of them. Sending wrong messages, being close to Rui, confusing not only her but also myself. Everything I've sworn not to do. It's 7:50. Not my fault you're so clumsy. Just hurry up. Well, it doesn't look like there's any way out of it. I'll just have to get over it. Stoop down, slipping one arm beneath her knees and the other around her back. Rui's breath catches slightly and she instinctively wraps her arms around my neck. I lean her slight weight against my chest and lift her up in the air. She grips me a little tighter, pulling her faces precariously close. A gentle wash of her breath on my cheek startles me forward. Since when were you so heavy? Since when were you so weak? I duck for a second, pretending to drop her. She squeaks, clutching me for dear life. I'm sorry, what was that? You're strong, you're plenty strong. Don't drop me. Aw. I can't help but chuckle at that. She ideally leans her head against my chest, her face open in curiosity. It feels comfortable. Too comfortable. What are you doing? She closes her eyes and for a split second I'm terrified she'll say something terribly sappy. I was trying to find your heartbeat. Looks like you don't have one. Classic Ruri. Are you sure you're looking at it in the right place? What? Remember who flunked human anatomy? I didn't flunk. I just had other strengths. Like sleeping. You're the one who always got in trouble for napping. She's so adorable when she's angry. She suddenly tugs on my sleeve, glancing around. What is it? We should go around. Why? We're almost there. Because my sixth sense is tingling. You don't have a sixth sense. You don't even have 5. I only smirk at this retort and continue towards the school entrance, but Rui tugs at my ear. Ow, really? Take me around. Why don't I just dump you here? I like that idea much more. Can't dump a lady on the ground. Great, I'll have no issue dumping you. Aww, hey dude. She walks me in the chest and I stumble forward, coughing. My back, woman, are you trying to kill me? Oh, grow up, you big baby. She pats my chest, which feels even weirder. I'll dump you. What? I'll do it. Fine, fine, I'll behave. I obligingly take her around the path outside the gate. So what exactly is this detour for? Enjoying the fresh air before we head to school? We had to go all the way around the main street to do that? Sometimes you just gotta do things because you can, Yama. Easy for you to say when you're getting carried. Ruri suddenly yanks on my collar, staring over my shoulder. Wait, is that... I choke at her tight hold. Thankfully, she promptly releases me. Sorry. You really are trying to kill me, aren't you? No, she points wordlessly at the school entrance. Only behold, it's none other than Misaki, last name, sitting at the gate, scrolling casually through her phone. She seems completely oblivious to the throngs of students peering at her in a mix of admiration, jealousy, and contempt. Hooray! Welcome to Snooty Schools. I'll just get to class. Wait, Rui and Misaki in the same area. Oh, perfect. Time to bring this needless drama to an end. Let's go say hi. Let's not. While I'm carrying you, you go where I go. And I guess I'm getting off. She disentangles herself and steps away, her weight evenly distributed on her feet. Are you being serious right now? Yeah, I am. I meant what I said yesterday, Yama. How's she supposed to know what to fix if you don't tell her? Because right now she doesn't even think that anything's wrong. First step is getting her to realize that. I don't really understand. Yeah, I kinda figured. It's okay, don't worry too much about it. I'm off to class now, okay? See you at... Rui? Oh well, looks like someone got off her phone. This should be interesting. It is you. How long has it been? You saw me yesterday, didn't you? You should have said hello. I was speaking with Yami yesterday about Patter. I was wondering if you'd like to create an account so we can keep... But Rui, after suddenly staring at her in silence, breezes away without a word. She leaves Misaki still grinning, holding up her phone with a half-formed sentence spilling out of her mouth. In touch? Rui? But Rui doesn't stop. She keeps marching right through the doors of the classroom building. Misaki blinks for a moment, as if gears in her brain have suddenly ground to a halt. Morning? Yes, good morning. Is everything alright? She's not sick, is she? No, she just hates her guts. Then why did she act that way? Girl drama. I did not sign up for this. Now, the two people who should be my best friends are ignoring each other, or at least one is ignoring the other. Beats me, she seems unhappy with you. You should talk to her. Now what did I hit? No, there we go. Unhappy with me? Why? Like I said, beats me. Okay. Let me see. 1 second, I'll run a quick search. Her thumbs blur over her phone, and whirlwind I can practically see smoke trailing from the machine. Alright, two girls, once very close, now ignoring or fighting with each other. Oh, I should have expected this. What is it? She's scared, Yama. She's scared that I've come to steal you away from her. and claim you as my own. This is not a crappy anime! Of course this might happen. She's jealous because I might endanger your friendship or even attempt to seduce you and thus leave her all alone. I think you should stop turning to the internet for everything, Miki. She's already in her own little world. Ridiculous as if I'm actually in love with you. I'll clear this up with her as soon as possible. Gee, thanks for sharing my manly ego, Misaki. Maybe they actually get a decent conversation together. The sacrifice will be worth it. I can only sigh as I follow a mumbling Misaki to class. I go on a long trek through the city with a 115-pound weight on my back, and this is what I get for it. 115 pounds? Not too bad. Maybe I should have just made Ruri walk on her own. She certainly seemed fine by the time we ran into Mickey. Wait a minute. She certainly seemed fine? Ruri walked to her classroom without a problem. Didn't she just sprain her ankle badly, so badly she needed to be carried? Actually, when I take a step back, everything's just downright fishy. A seemingly random detour to Main Street, a seemingly random make-believe running sequence, a seemingly unavoidable bridal style ride. All the pieces fall into place. Looks like I'll need to visit a certain blonde-haired troublemaker during lunch break. A certain Akira Karube. For what? Classes get out to a dreary start. Mahiko naps through math, I almost follows suit. The teacher's voice is hypnotic and not in a good way. Elizabeth glares at me through English, probably because the teacher had me recite some Edgar Allan Poe. I find it so stupid that I didn't even try to get the accent right. What? The accent of a raven? Hark the raven nevermore. Sorry, Your Highness, that we're not all bilingual like your perfect self. Then it's world history. Our teacher arrives in camouflage getup, proudly waving a Samu's city flag and screaming at the top of his lungs. Okay, maggots, listen up. You think school's easy? You think this will be a cakewalk? Well, you're right, because the blessed place has gone soft. Back in my day, we didn't have no study guides. Textbooks, we had to write them ourselves, upside down, uphill in the snow, both ways. Yes! Love this. All my peers seem petrified, only smile amusedly. If only all classes were like this. None of you have any excuse to get less than a 90 on your test. So help me if I see a single 80, I'll give you a taste of the old days. Ahiko is sliding beneath his desk as if he wants to mount into the chair. The old days? Teacher's eyes flare with delight, as if he was waiting to be asked. That's right, them old days when dinosaurs roamed the earth. They string us up by our ankles over a pit of hungry lions. Do lions even exist in Japan? Alright, maggots! Only two things come from Texas. I'm not gonna do the rest of that joke. Let's get this party started. If you want to know, look up Full Metal Jacket. Really depressing. It's a good movie to watch at least once. Only once, because damn, is that movie depressing at points. The teacher thrusts a heavy finger at the board, sending the test to each of our desks. You've got till 11:25, sissies, and it's Judgment Day. With that, he flops on his chair, pops his feet on the table on top, and stuffs his face into a ragged newspaper. Get the test once over. I should have studied more, but maybe I can bluff the right answers. What was Europe's rapid colonization of Africa after 1880 driven by? What does the ancient yin-yang Chinese symbol represent? Right to correct chronological order of at least 3 current world religions. Ooh, I do not know when Buddhism appeared. Islam is last, I know that, because it came after Christianity. So it's one of these two. Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna go with middle. What was the intention of China's Great Leap Forward? Industrialize. What European practice did colonial Spanish America? I have no idea. Not that. We'll go with that. That's how it was the Russians prepared for the Cold War. They wore really big coats and took medicine every 6 hours. Oh, hey. Describe how Hitler gained influence in Germany. They produced a lot of chocolate until they were the biggest candy factory in Asia. Wait, what? Is he for real? What major event incited the Japanese capitulation during World War II? The nuclear bomb? I say that was close. To my exam, the last question that remains is a long essay. Elaborate on one of the following historical themes with at least 3 specific examples from covered material. Subjugation of humanity, economic inequality, role of religion in society. Select the first option and start railing about how everyone sucks and is unbelievably power hungry. Easiest essay I've written. I finished with plenty of time to spare. And my test, I take a moment to evaluate my surroundings. Oh yeah, he goes reached essay. Perfect. He selected the second option, the economic gap between wealthy and poor. Let's take a look. I believe that the solution to all the conflicts and stuff between rich people and poor people is that they should try to understand each other. The rich people need to realize the hardships of the poor and try to do something about it. The poor need to understand that not all rich people are the same. Slide pens before he turns in his test. Felicity missed the point of the question, but that was an unusually sober answer concerning he's, well, Yahiko. Rid of my entertainment, I stare into space and think about nothing as classes continue on. Dun, 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 dun. When the lunch bell rings, everything seems to happen at once. Misaki lifts her feet, snatches up her backpack, and storms to the classroom door. Hurriedly tap her on the shoulder. Where are you off to? To track down Rui, of course. You sound like you're stalking prey. Who says I'm not? And also no intention of slowing down, she barrels out of the room with a single purpose. As she does so, a group of girls race into the room, crowding around Elizabeth. Is this you, Elizabeth? You won the art contest. Gosh, is there anything you aren't good at? It's such an amazing painting. You're so cool. Elizabeth smiles at her groupies, unusually gentle. Thank you. She coughs delicately. Sorry, my throat is feeling a bit dry. Oh, stay right here, I'll get some tea for you. Hurry up and don't keep her waiting. Oh. Doesn't have to try. Elizabeth smiles in appreciation as the groupie sprints out of the classroom. Oh, this display just makes me want to gag. Then Masato comes roaring in. I cringe, expecting yet another sales pitch for the track team. But he crashes past me, grabbing one of my helpless classmates. You! Who? Me? You started a bitter family feud, you ignorant whelp. What? I've never seen you before in my life. You mess with my little bro, you'll mess with me. Come here. Masato seizes the students there and drags them in the hallway, leaving a trail of gasping students in his wake. Huh, weird. I never knew Masato had a little brother. See ya, dude. Where are you going? See my applicants for my amazing club, of course. You interested in joining? It's called the Happy Club. Suddenly, I'm very glad I have other plans. Have fun with that. He only beams. I will. Oh, got a message. No, he is not. And with that, he promptly disappears. It was oddly hectic for an ordinary school day. At least it's convenient. Now I'm left to my own devices. Alright, Akira. It's time to have a few words with you. Akira about what? I don't remember an Akira. The cafeteria lays focused, searching for the familiar head of blonde hair. Barely noticed Yahiko gesturing excitedly at few scheduled students, but I pass over them. The few minutes of circling the cafeteria saw caught sight of my intended target. Superani, Sarge! I did my search. A bright-eyed girl bubbling with energy is demonstrated by her tendency to bounce on the balls of her feet. Hey, Kira! It's been a while, Sarge. Why does Eva call me Sarge? Very long and difficult one. My name isn't Sarge. Never said it was. Then why do you keep calling me Sarge? Because Sarge starts for Sergeant. She stops, as if that's an adequate explanation. And I'm hungry, so let's get some food. Sits at the buffet table to swipe her card. This girl is impossible to get a straight answer out of her. Another message. Akira is in an interesting case. She and Rui joined drama club last year. That's how they became friends, or so they oh, now I remember her, alright. It didn't take long for them to become close, and this year they're rooming together. Akira, well, if I had to describe her, I'd say she's free-spirited. Doing her own thing, off in her own world. She doesn't really associate with us much, just Rui. She's a bit eccentric, though. I suppose in a refreshing way. I suppose. When we've gotten our food, Akira makes her way to an obscure corner of the cafeteria and digs through her bag, pulling out a green and white plaid blanket with a flourish. I present to you, Annette Diana Hellenson the 17th. I my neck, trying to peek into her bag. Where? Here. She takes the blanket. The blanket? Oh, don't be rude. How would you feel if Annette Diana Hellenson the 17th called you the human all the time? Use her name. I'm not going through all the averages to spare the feelings of an inanimate object. Frowns at me, but gently lays the blanket on the floor. Don't come crying if Annette Diana Hellenson the 17th exacts retribution on you for the grave insult you just made. I'm sure I'll live. Kira only shrugs and settles on the blanket. A few students in the background send us bewildered glances. Why don't we just sit at the table? Why don't we just sit on the ground? Chairs are meant to be sat on. So's the ground. What? Fine, I'll sit on the ground. I'll sit at the table. No, you sit on the ground. I'll sit at the table. Kira sighs and unwillingly stuffs Annette Diana Hellenson the 17th back into her bag. You know, if Ruri and I are like peas in a pod, you're like this awkward leaf that's growing really far down the stem. See you all the time, but we never actually hang out. That's not really fair. You choose not to hang out with us. On second thought, I'm not sure if I'd be able to handle Akira on a daily basis. Aw, Sarge, I never said it was your fault. Ah, right. I gather myself as Akira takes a seat beside me and starts to dig in. The ankle incident. Just ask her about the ankle incident and this whole nightmare will be over. Something interesting happened today. Do you pretend that you were a cross-dressing duchess? How did she know? I mean, no, I totally didn't do that. What? Guess not. Too bad, that would have definitely been interesting. Most brains have interconnected neurons, but I'm beginning to think that Akira's brain is structured without rhyme or reason. No, Ruri tripped and injured her ankle. Oh no! Well, I don't think she actually injured it. She was running around on it just a few minutes later. Did you carry her? Yeah. Piggyback? Why does that matter? Oh, the healing power of true love. How I envy your bond. You see, love is like antidepressants with herbal infusions. Most of the time, people just get involved so that they feel good regardless of the actual result. But sometimes, if your bond is truly deep, it can actually physically heal you. Only sometimes, though, like maybe less than 0.00016% of the time. I carried her bridal style, actually. Bridal style? 10 times the healing power! 10 times the bond! James Bond. Like a covalent bond, or ionic, depending on the properties. Her way of thinking is impressive. Honestly, I don't even know how she makes these associations. Look, Akira, can you just give me a straight answer? The angle of an answer is irrelevant, since an answer is an abstract concept, and therefore is not subject to angles in the first place. Ah. Did you have anything to do with Ruri pretending to injure her ankle? I plead the fifth. Isn't that American? Oh, right. I plead the 38th. I can only cite this. Akira definitely had something to do with it. If past examples are anything to go by, she probably formed an elaborate plan and managed to convince Ruri to go along with it. Look, I know Ruri's a friend, but stop trying to matchmake us. Honestly, it's getting a little annoying. Just like how you pretend that you don't notice Ruri's feelings. Take back everything said about Akira being refreshing. She isn't refreshing at all. She's a meddler. Look, it isn't exactly your business. Can't you just stay out of it? Okay, but it is my business, more than you might think. Dun dun. Oh, see? I was about to do my dun dun dun! Still, it'll end up hurting Ruri. Do you want that? Why would Ruri get hurt? Just let me deal with it, okay? Already complicated enough. It doesn't have to be. Just bend her over a barrel and show her off with these states. This is too much trouble. Look, Akira, what you're doing will only end up hurting Ruri. If you just want to bug me, that's fine, but leave Ruri out of it. Cook my dishes and lay the table before she has a chance to speak. Maybe it's rude, but I'm not encouraging any delusional fantasies regarding Ruri and me. Why not? Ruri wants ya. Get it? I headed back to the classroom, spending the rest of the lunch period half-heartedly studying. Afternoon classes passed by uneventfully. Elizabeth seems to be in a good mood from the praise of her groupies. She completely ignores me instead of hassling me. Yahiko is unusually quiet. Even Misaki is all but silent. From her clouded expression, I guessed that her discussion with Ruri didn't go too well. When the bell rings, I'm almost unsettled at how quiet the day was. The lull of the afternoon seems to settle in every crevice of the classroom, bringing a haze of sleep with it. The teacher's voice slips to an indiscernible drone as every student struggles to keep their eyes open for the few remaining minutes of school. Understood! Alright, homeroom. Dismissed! Immediately, everyone bolts to their feet, chatting amiably as they make their way out of the classroom. Only the 4th day of school and we're already sick of it. I guess that's 3rd year for you. Oh, hey! Misaki, did you see the new episode of Go Mecha yesterday? Why, of course. I tuned into the live stream the moment it opened. Oh, wow, it's unexpected BFFs. So, what did you think? Well, when I saw the President J. Grace spontaneously... Wait, sorry, no spoilers. You know, since Yama might not have seen it yet. Oh, right. How exceedingly generous of him. That was entertaining as always. It was the best episode so far, wasn't it? Definitely was. Well, no offense, but I don't think the bar is set very high. Hey, doing more than you're doing, Dick. What's this? Man, did you get a real girlfriend? A wild Masato appears. Masato, my man, how was your vengeance? Wait, what? Some punk paid a group of boys to bully Masato's little brother because he hates Masato. But I bet that Masa gave him a taste of his own medicine. Hell yeah, I did. Pick a fight with one Kurogane, you pick a fight with all of them. Wait, won't you get in trouble for hitting him? He'll definitely tattle on you. Waha, hit him? Nah, man, I locked him in a room and taught him the cluster decomposition theorem. Made him write a paper on it in one sitting. Somehow, that sounds a lot more horrifying than just getting beaten up. Hi, I don't think we've met. Who are you? I transferred here yesterday. Misaki, last name. At your service. She's super cool. She watches Gover Mecker. And she's a model. Ah, that's cool. Name's Masato Kurogane. I'm on the track team. Stops there. We wait for a moment, expecting a more elaborate introduction. And what? That's all that matters, ain't it? Not the fact that he's the president of Honors Club or one of the top students in school or a third year. I take it you enjoy track then? Hell yeah. Track is like water. Without it, you dry. Track is like air. Without it, you die. Track is like fried chicken. Without it, you die. That's some dedication. Yep. Hey, I'm staying this way. My name's Yama Ishimoto. Fuck you, dude. Well, as long as you keep at it, I'm sure you can accomplish anything. Says every cliche movie ever. They ignore me and firmly shake hands, look like she's becoming friends with everyone. Everyone except Rui, ironically enough. So how do you all know each other? She, Yama, and Rui are childhood friends, actually. Whoa, real? Why ain't Rui here, then? An awkward silence falls between Misaki and I, with a hapless Yahiko in the middle. Huh. Now you mentioned that she should be here by now. You don't think she got called for cleanup duty, do you? We don't really have cleanup duty, Yahiko. The school pays for janitors. Oh, that would explain a lot. How many years has he been at this school again? Hold on, someone give me a straight answer. Where's Rui? Misaki clears her throat and steals herself. We're not in the best of terms at the moment, but I'm working to resolve the issues as soon as possible. Sound like you're debugging some code, Miki. But it's true, we're not getting along particularly well. Masato inches away from her, suddenly cautious. Huh, I see. He probably wants Rui, but Rui wants me. He wants her, but who knows what the hell she wants. See what? You guys were just getting along. Masato turns to Miki with a grave expression. I don't know, man. Something about you seems sus. That's kind of harsh, but at least he told her up front. What? I should have seen it earlier, but yeah, you're too nice. Don't you work in the model industry? Ain't you supposed to be a cutthroat and all that? It's not like I'm some kind of dashly mastermind. Then what's the deal with you and Rui? I'd like to know that myself. She's the one ignoring me. They both stare at each other down. None of us budge. Ah, hell, I don't know. I'm going to track. He strides out of the classroom without any farewells or apologies. That was strange. Sorry about that, Misaki. Masa's not usually like that. Maybe he ate something funny. I doubt it. Well, this just got awkward. First Rui, now Masada's pushing Miki into the cold. Usually, they're the warmest and most inclusive people I know, but this time... Something save me. Anything. Buddy. Huh, that was convenient. Cafe de la Pia, 5 p.m. Do not dare to be late or I shall dock your pay. Also insist that you share your location with me. I'll go ahead and assume that this is from Shiguri. Wait, isn't this on a voluntary basis? What kind of pay am I getting? And the final message. Wait a minute. Does your phone even support location sharing? Answer is immediate. Yes. But it's so old. Some supplements improve with age, Ishiyama, unlike your brain, I predict. Why am I working for this woman again? Whatever, I match a few buttons to share my location with her. Unless she'll break into my house and steal my stuff, right? Unless she's a detective in official capacity, she'd get in a lot of trouble. Wait, why am I legitimately entertaining this idea? Ah, this woman terrifies me. Dude, why are you smiling? Huh? Smiling? Grinning, as a matter of fact. Grimacing, not grinning. There's a big difference. Sorry, but something came up. Turns out I have to go. Okay, that's fine. I have my club to see to. Oh, you have a club? Yeah, I just started it. Want to join? It's called the Happy Club. Oh, sorry, but my work schedule limits my ability to participate in clubs. Oh, well, that makes sense. Wow, smooth. She should get into politics. In the right mind would actually want to join a club called the Happy Club. Then, ladies and gentlemen, gentle fellows, I shall be off. Deuces. Bye, Yahiko. You too, Misaki. You have a good rest of your day, Yama. Don't think about bending me over barrel showing me all 50 states like you're gonna do to Yuri. And with that, we manage to barely salvage the awkward atmosphere as we go our separate ways. I pull up the Café de la Poy on my phone and find that it's the same street as GFC. Well, that makes this an easy walk. Unless, of course, she's referring to the other Café de la Poy, which is on the faraway border of District 8. Might as well try the close one first. Shiguri doesn't seem like the type to go out of her way just to make me miserable. Or rather, she doesn't seem like the type to inconvenience herself. There are cliques of academy students throughout the streets, girls immersed in superficial gossip and guys exchanging ridiculous stares. I pass by a handful of police officers on the way. They not courteously, but there's a shadow to their evaluating gazes. Keep my stride long and my steps quick as I round the corner to the denoted rendezvous point. When I first see the place, I have to double check my phone to make sure I didn't take a wrong turn somewhere. By the quaint, lovely name, I was expecting some charming variation on the Paul's established Buckstar Coffee House. Instead, I met with a definition of modest. Chipped paint, dusty windows, and a swaying sign with 3 broken letters. Maybe this is Shiguri's way of extracting vengeance? I take a deep breath before I enter the cafe. Surprisingly, this place is really decent on the inside. Sophisticated. Sleek. The array of elegant furniture is punctuated by the black grand piano along the far wall of the cafe. A delectable smell of butter and sugar drifts from the counter of the shop, where several intricate glass displays boast rows of unique pastries reminiscent of a fairy tale world. Welcome! May I take your order? The cashier greets me with a smile, drawing me to the front counter. Wait a minute, isn't she... You're kind of think of it. I've never seen her where she goes after class ends. Of all people, it would be you. Consider it your lucky day. Just give me your order. This situation is too good to pass up. Elizabeth, a cashier? Do enlighten me. Why would such a wealthy, empowered young woman stoop to making lattes and washing dishes? Work experience, obviously. Every successful person comes from humble beginnings. I might believe her, but the way she's averting her eyes, suspicious. So, why didn't your parents just get you some cushy interest at your dream corporation? You know, some people want to earn their success instead of being spoon-fed by their parents. But being spoon-fed is so much easier. I've learned by now that comments like these will tick off Elizabeth more than actual insults. Sure enough, it works. You're insufferable. What's that? I should complain to customer service about an abusive cashier? Just order already. As I leisurely glance over the pastry displays, a flicker of motion catches my eye. It's the girl who always hangs around Elizabeth, an ordinary student settled in the corner, elbow propped on her table, eyes glinting in amusement as she absent-mindedly twirls a pencil between her fingers. Her back is slouched, her smile carefree, but there's something that seems a little odd about her. She's stalking Elizabeth. She's in love. She's gonna be standing outside of Elizabeth's room going, with the boot box overhead going, "Love me, Elizabeth, love me!" Elizabeth seems to notice my switch of attention and clears her throat. Are you going to order, or are you going to waste space like always? Oh, give me a moment, Beth. Glance at the book that's lying open face on her table. Advanced English Syntax and Grammatical Principles, version 3. That's the same text that I have for English. She must also be a third year, but in a different class. Head tilted slightly, eyebrows raised just barely, and the impression that she's studying me just as hard as I'm studying her. Who are you? Isn't it courteous to introduce yourself before you demand my identity? As your buddy Lizzie has probably told you, courtesy isn't my strong suit. Oh, then what is it? Cocaine! Nothing. Just a bit of friendly advice, Beth, but you may want to watch your step around this one. What makes you say that? Why, he's figured you out. This elicits an unusual reaction from Elizabeth. Bitten lips, fiddling hands, and an anxious shift of the eyes. Odd, I don't recall her figuring out anything. Well, Yama, why don't you give Beth a little grace? Her eyes are twinkling at me challengingly, like she knows I don't know, but wants me to figure it out. Why would she do that? Why isn't she taking Elizabeth's side? Fine, I'll apologize, just don't tell anyone. Well, now I really have no clue what's going on, but I may as well go along with it. Yeah, why shouldn't I? She seems at a loss for words. I can't help but grin. You'll pay me? You know I can't. That catches me off guard, but thankfully I'm able to hide my expression just in time. Interesting, she can't pay. It can only mean that she's not as high and mighty as she plans to be. Maybe her spending is restricted by her parents, or maybe she's legitimately poor. It just gets better and better. So if It's that big a deal if everyone finds out? Don't even think about it. Yep, definitely not the rich, perfect princess that everyone was led to believe she was. Say, pretty please with a cherry on top. Pretty please with a cherry on top? As begging goes, it's subpar, but I decided to let it go. I don't plan on making her life miserable, it's more of a power thing. With blackmail hanging over her head, she'll finally stop bothering me. I turned from the corner to survey the pastry case. Elizabeth's shoulders drop in relief. The girl at the table loses interest and returns to fiddling with her pencil. You never did tell me your name. Am I obliged to? As you said, it's common courtesy. And when did I say I was courteous? Ah! Wordplay. She presses her pencil into her bag and slings it over her shoulder, winking at Elizabeth. Bye, boo. See you later, Beth. And Yama, play nice. She floats out of the cafe without another word, shutting the door softly behind her. Ooh, got another message. Be right back. Oh, they're still typing another one, so I'll wait. Back to this. Come to think of it, how does she know my name? She probably learned from Elizabeth. Said Elizabeth rings up my order, 3 pastries and a smoothie as I spend a few minutes pondering the strange girl. What's her name? What do you want to know? Is it really that big a deal? Her name is Natsuki Tanaka. Now you can hit on her. Congratulations. Lean over the counter until my face is an inch from hers. What makes you think she's the one I want to hit on? Elizabeth glances away, instinctively disturbed by my proximity. As I'm about to feel a rush of triumph, I catch a slight scent. Country lavender with a hint of vanilla. It's oddly magnetic. I'm suddenly bulldozed by a sensory onslaught. I can see the curl of her long lashes, the gleam of her eyes, every perfect tapered point of every hair, the subtle curve of her lips. I stagger backward, fighting against images in my head. I need to get a hold of myself. This is Elizabeth. She's always been pretty. Why let it mess with me now? In a shaky attempt to cover my slip-up, I shove a bill forward. Keep the change. Elizabeth elegantly plucks the bill from my hand, and before I can process what's happening, she's wrapped her fingers around my collar, pulling me forward. For a few painful seconds, she stays there, her lips an inch from my jawline. Keep what change? You didn't give me enough in the first place. Ooh, oops. Alright, I'm back. Ooh, dick move, dude. Careful, wouldn't want anyone to know that you're actually poor, would you? Yeah, she's generally amused as she passes me my order and buzzes off to make my smoothie. Hate to admit it, but she doesn't look bad when she smiles. Get a grip, Yama. This is Elizabeth, who haunted you all of last year, because she wants the D. Terrible. The Elizabeth who keeps butting into things that aren't her business. The Elizabeth who believes that everything is in her control. That's Elizabeth. Back to my senses, I select a butter croissant and throw the other 2 pastries in my backpack. There's not much to do, so I follow Elizabeth to the blenders. Apparently she's recovered because her face is set to its default disapproving scowl. What are you doing? Eating a croissant. Stop staring. You know, your workstations have windows for a reason. That reason is not for you to stare at me like a pervert. What about an admiring fanboy? Blimey, you're insufferable. I can't help but chuckle as a tinge of English leaks through her accent. So are you actually from England? Why are you asking me all these questions? I'm bored, and you're taking a long time to make my smoothie. Maybe when it takes so long, if you would stop distracting me. Maybe you need to learn how to actually focus. Ooh. Oh dear me, I would like some tea and crumpets. Elizabeth's shoulders tighten in clear annoyance. Tally-ho, old sport. What say you to some fish and chips? The blender picks up speed until it begins to whine. The weather is positively ghastly today, is it not? Ah, bloody hell. It's over. Then the blender stops. Elizabeth wordily pours the mixture into a cup and caps it, handing it over the window. Firstly, I was born and raised in Japan just like everyone else. Secondly, just because you're not bilingual doesn't mean you have to mock people who are. She tears the wrapper off the end of the straw and sticks it through the smoothie. Have a nice day. Come again. With that, she strides into the back room, leaving me by myself. She felt uneasy as I sat in the corner. I expected her to lash out at me, just like every other time, but she was calm, honest, even if clearly annoyed. Is her heritage a weak spot? Did I bring up something that should have been left alone? Furthermore, why am I letting it bother me? Because it's a dick move. She's never showed me mercy, Not on days where I just want to be left alone, the days where life almost wasn't worth it. Shouldn't I do the same? As I bite into my croissant, hoping to distract myself with its taste, the door of the cafe swings open. Shigure storms in, the tiny manifestation of fury as she clutches her phone against her ear, barking into its mouthpiece. As I previously explicated, the situation now merits further scrutiny. Have you compiled informative analysis of the extraction methods? Your errant incompetence disgusts me. Trust that you shall be receiving a visitation from your supervising officer within the next 24 hours. Good day. I said good day! Shangli shuts her phone and stuffs it in her pocket, only then to her eyes land on me. Ah, Ishiyama. At last, someone with a manageable quantity of incompetence. Let's see you too, I guess. Show me the receipt of your purchase. Purchase? For your pastries. I almost asked why, but decided to just shut up and give her the receipt. She promptly marches to the counter, taps her wallet against the card receiver, marches back with 1,300 yen in change. Slides this to my side of the table with an expectant look. You need me to buy coffee for you? This is reimbursement. As your superior, I am treating you for this meeting. Oh, thanks. Honestly surprised she came across this type of person to make me pay for both of us, actually. Now, regarding tonight's mission. Mission? Dun 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 dun. Indeed, one of my S9 colleagues mislaid a pivotal dossier within the 6th district of Isamu. The 6th out of 9 districts, also known as the district of drugs, gangs, and general mayhem, where little children ought not go. I think I know where this is headed. Your assignment is to retrieve it, tonight. Yeah, I saw that coming. And why would I do this? The better inquiry is what I have borne consequence shall befall you if you do not. That stalls me for a moment, but I managed to think up a passable reply. Clearly nothing too terrible, since you need me to get it for you instead of going yourself. Funny enough, instead of lashing out this remark, Shiguri only seems impressed. Perhaps you'll pass after all. Pass? The dossier's whereabouts are currently being established. I shall contact you with additional instructions at a later time. I didn't even say I would do this. I doubt that availability is an issue. How does she? No, not even going to ask. Not having scheduled conflict doesn't mean that I'll take it. I consider it your municipal burden. But I never agreed to... Do you not wish to be something? I want to be the very best. To be someone extraordinary? Do something significant with your inconsequential existence? And it's settled. Stay in touch. She abruptly tips her cap and storms out of the cafe, leaving me in a stunned silence. I return to my apartment, feeling unusual kinship with on-call military personnel. At this moment, everything is peaceful and quiet, to the point of boredom. But the more I wait, the answer I get, like a ball of energy, is tangled up inside of me. I'd almost like to just go and get it over with, but District 6 is huge. There's no way I could find it without at least some general guidance. Yeah. I'd be going to the sketchiest area of the city. No backup, no support, no health insurance. In fact, it's probably legal for Shiguri to do. Whatever. It'll be interesting and helpful, apparently. It's Japan, you have Universal, dude. Since I have some free time right now, maybe I should. Ooh. These are funny, but... Oh, what should I do? What should I do? Hey, girl. Wanna come over? Come on. Come on. You can do it. Aww. Yeah, good point. Oh, damn it. There we go. Well, so now we got more information about the Ruri Misaki thing. I should study, or cook, or clean, or do something productive. Oh, it sounds so painful. I'll just sit here for a moment. Sit here and do nothing. I suck. Yeah! Get your ass to this address right now. Bring the lube. Wait, what? Nice. This is the address. I've appended directions that a toddler could follow. Rest in the knowledge that if you actually manage to lose your way, you will possess an intellect inferior to a toddler. Perhaps that is already the case. Let's just go now. It's not like I have anything else better to do. And sitting up early might give me some crucial information on something. Who knows? I throw on a jacket before I stride out the door. The cold night air cut into my face. This part of Osamu is a much less friendly one, especially at this hour of the night. When you don't look, shadows that shift, lights that gleam, smiles that shine somewhere in the darkness when you do. Only stillness, as if nothing odd is happening. Shady lights, dubious advertisements, a smattering of unfriendly folk on every street corner. I probably should have just stayed home. Goddamn, how long is this game? This is almost like hour, what, 3? And I could have studied. Or, well, wasted more time, I guess. Anything is preferable to being murdered in the district with the highest crime rate. Thanks a lot, Shigiri. Consider it my contribution to the furtherance of society. Gee, you're really comforting. If you're in quest of comfort, I suggest you procure a plush creature of some kind, child. I'm not sure whether I should be proud or disturbed by the fact that I can perfectly emulate her. Oh, what the? I catch the light syncopation of tidy footsteps, and despite every instinct railing against me, I follow them around the corner. They're tidy footsteps. Nose around this area at night. Don't accept the Yakuza? Crazy murderer? Or maybe a different criminal? Question is, why am I willingly tailing someone who could kill me as easily as they could break a toothpick? I need to reevaluate my life priorities. Nope, it's a girl. Oh, the second my feet, ready to meet my tiger with. Wait. To say the least, the girl before me is definitely not a threat. She's almost 2 heads shorter than me, small and skinny, with large blank eyes fixed on my own. Her pale skin, pointed chin, and vampire? Could it be vampires? Flash reminded me of a fragile doll. Furthermore, she's an academy student. What would someone like her be doing at this time of night? Sorry. Send a hand to her. No. Her voice is light. Wispy. Like the word was pulled out of her mouth rather than spoken out of her own volition. What? She only silently stares into the distance. Okay then. The more I examine her, the more mysterious the girl becomes. She appears dainty, thin frame, lacy hair, accessories, full cheeks with big doe's eyes and tiny feet. But her voice is monotone. Her words are few. Her gaze is dead, and she's walking fiercely around the part of Osamu where no girl should go alone. Are you lost? No. Even her reactions are unusual. For once, I have no idea what could possibly be going on in her head. This isn't really a safe area. Yeah, you're here. 3 words, the most she's spoken thus far. I'm not as weak, frail. She might consider that insulting. Hey! No, go back. Tired as you. You crashed into me. I didn't. What? You crashed into me. Says this flatly, as if it's the absolute truth and no other alternative is acceptable. Right. It dawns on me that her complete lack of fear in the search of the city should be suspicious. She's tiny. Shouldn't she be terrified? Are you heading back to school? No. Well, I was going to offer to escort her, but then where are you going? Are you going anywhere? It's like speaking to a brick wall. Do you need any help? She completely ignores my hand as she glides to her feet, idly brushing her skirt. Really, what is going on? I'll take that as a no. She glances around, not secretively, not even wordly, almost mechanically. Robot. And without a word, she walks away, disappearing back around the corner. That was strange, although I'm not sure word strange can even quantify just how utterly strange that encounter was. Regardless, she's gone, and I've got my own business to see to. Vampire. Or a prostitute. Despite this calm line of thought, I'm still shaken as I head to the location Shiguri denoted on the map. Somewhere, I must have taken a wrong turn. Tried to follow directions in the letter, but there's nothing in sight. I shuffle closer to the shadows, peering out of the corner of the safety in the road. Several shady figures are gathered around a trash bin, laughing recklessly around smoldering cigarettes. Maybe I'm supposed to spy on them? No, I'm supposed to retrieve that file. Still, now I can see why Shiguri sent me. Despite her competency at verbal abuse, she's small in stature and can easily be overpowered by any of these thugs. Moreover, she doesn't seem licensed to carry a gun. So of course she decides to send a defenseless high school student in her stead. Terrible. I creep around the side of the building, double check my phone. Yep, right here, give or take a couple feet. Scan my surroundings, because there's so much litter that I can't see anything particularly significant. Maybe I should ask Shiguri. No, this is my assignment. I need to do this on my own. Absently run my hands over the brick wall behind me as if it'll keep me grounded. My fingers brush over something smooth. Wait a minute. I turn to examine the offending spot. A folded piece of paper is shoved between the rest of the wall. Judging by how fresh it looks, it must have been put there just recently. Presently, I extract it and skim over the words. Congratulations, Ishiyama. You are not a toddler. My subordinate sent me these instructions to reach the file. A ping-pong ball falls down a very narrow pipe that is fixed to the ground. It is your ping-pong paddle, shoelaces, and a water bottle. How do you retrieve it? He claims that the file is the answer within half a block of your vicinity. Alright, a ping-pong ball falls down a very narrow pipe that is fixed to the ground. All you have is your ping-pong paddle, shoelaces, and water bottle. Okay. Oh, is it open-ended? Like there's like two openings on this pipe? Because I would take the bottle, dump out the water, put it inside the one end of the pipe, and then squeeze it really hard, hoping that the air push the thing out. Oh. Well, that's what I was wondering. Oh, so it wasn't open-ended. It was... Well, cause see, like, they should have had a picture of the pipe so I could see, like, because it's affixed to the ground, so I'm thinking it's like a long pipe, like, on the ground. Like, no, it's like 8 meters long. And then again, how would your ping pong ball fall in it, I guess? Maybe it was like suffering thing. I was thinking, like, you take the water bottle, pour out the water, put it in at one end of the pipe, squeeze it really hard, and hope that the gush of air will push the ball out. But if it's one that's like standing straight up and down, I take another look at Shiguri's note. The file is at the answer within a half a block of your vicinity. Does that mean I need to look for a source of water? What does that even mean? Water's everywhere. They're running faucets. The convenience store. No, wait. There's an old fountain on the other side of the building. Walk a short way down the road. Sure enough, another obtrusive note stuck to the rim of an active fountain. Figures another note. I'm beginning to wonder if I'll ever find the file at all. Congratulations, Ishiyama. You're not kindergartner. This is the next set of the instructions. A petri dish holds a colony of bacteria. Every minute, each bacterium divides into two. Our scientists began the colony with a single bacterium at 12 p.m. At 12:43, the dish is half full. At what time will the dish be full? 12:44. Duh. Could be in one more minute. Hour, minute. Oh. Yay! I are smart. That was a completely useless puzzle. That basically just wanted me to go forward. Walk down the road, keep my eyes out for another slip of paper. As suspected, there's another note jammed conspicuously between the crevices of two buildings. My question is, why did Shiguri go through all this trouble in order to get these notes in the first place? She'd have to come here, which utterly defeats the purpose of sending me! She's testing you, dude. Hopefully. Well, whatever, looks like there's another puzzle to solve. You're not a 5th grader, this is the 3rd and pendulum set of instructions. How can you throw a ball as hard as you can, not bounce off anything, and still have it return to you? Throw it up in the air. It's above us. Up. There we go. That's what I thought. I thought atmosphere was the answer because no, you throw it up, whereas the atmosphere is above us. All right. Ah, that was easy. The pipe one would have been easier to solve if they had, shown a picture of it. Because I'm thinking of, because it's like, oh, it's affixed to the ground, so I'm thinking like, it's, I don't know, just a long pipe that's like, 8 meters long or something like that. And again, you take the bottle, put it in, squeeze really hard, air should force the ball out, but oh well. Goes up the stairs, enveloped in darkness, my only comfort is the light that's from my phone. Eventually, I come into a creepy storage room that is filled with all sorts of ominous shapes. I jerk backwards as a dark shape bolts across the floor, but it's just a rat scurrying by. Shiguri's doing this on purpose, isn't she? I swivel around the obstacles, keeping my eyes peeled for another telling corner of white. Suddenly, a silhouette wavers in front of my face. A spider. Of all things, it had to be spiders. What if it poisons me? Sinks rabbit teeth into my jugular vein. Stabs its awful spinally limbs straight through my heart. Grows to the size of... Okay, now I'm just being stupid, right? Then it teasingly waves its odious, twisted little leg, nearly catching me on the nose. I instinctively stagger backwards, flinging my hands before my face. My back slams to a hard, stony shape. I whip around and examine it fearfully. There's a statuette of a horse plastered with a note! Finally. Hands still shaking, I seize the note and peruse its contents. The sooner I can get out of here, the better. You're not a middle schooler. This is the final set of instructions. Rushman tells his 2 sons to race their horses to a distant city to see who will inherit his fortune. The one whose horse is slower wins. After wandering aimlessly for days, the brother asks a wise man for guidance. Upon receiving the advice, they jump on the horse and race to the city as fast as they can. What did the wise man say to them? Wait, what? A rich man tells his 2 sons to race their horses to a distant city to see who will inherit his fortune. The one whose horse is slower wins. After wandering aimlessly for days, the brothers ask a wise man for guidance. Upon receiving the advice, they jump on the horses and race to the city. Wait a minute, but if he... Unless the name of the horse is Slower Wins. Slow but steady. I'm guessing that the name of the horse is Slower Wins. Better solve this puzzle and figure out this file. What could the wise man have said? I don't fucking know! How the hell would I know? No, I'm not on Google. I'm replying to someone on Twitter. consequence. A rich man tells his 2 sons to race their horses to a distant city, to see who will inherit his fortune. The one whose horse is slower wins. After wandering aimlessly for days, the brothers ask a wise man for guidance. Upon receiving the advice, they jump on the horses. Race the city as fast as they can. Say to them. The only thing I can think of is... I don't... Is the name of the horse Slower Wins? Fuck this. Alright, I am going to the Google machine. Crap, what's the name of this game? Lucid9. Incident. Inciting Incident. Puzzle answer. God damn. No, I don't want... achievement guide. I want to know what the fucking answer is. See who will inherit his fortune. The one whose horse is slower wins. I don't want an achievement, guys. I want to... Fuck! I want to know the answer to this. Freshman tells his 2 sons to race their horses to a distant city to see who will inherit his fortunes. The one whose horse is slower wins. Oh, no, he's saying whoever horse gets their last wins. Alright. Run aimlessly for days, the brothers ask the wise man for guidance. Upon receiving the advice, they jump on the horses and race the city as fast as they can. Okay, so... Alright, so yeah, okay, so whoever gets their last wins the fortune. Oh, man, that makes a lot more sense now. Oh, fuck. Shit, Yes! Fuck! Once I figured that part out, it was a lot easier to figure out. God! Another idiot. Gah! Alright, anyways, back to the game. Fucking morons. I glance around for another equine statuette, blenching away from the multitudes of cobwebs sprawling around the corners. Thankfully, spawn one just a few feet away. Sure enough, there's a simple cream envelope soaked between its space. Could it actually be the file? Congratulations, you may be slightly more capable than your worthless peers. There's no file, this is simply a test. This is a test. This is only a test. And you passed. You may congratulate yourself, although frankly it was such an easy test that there really is nothing more congratulating. Nothing worth congratulating. Take a picture of this note and send it to me as proof of your passable competence. Bitch. Everything was fabricated? I almost can't believe it, but at the third note, I guess a small part of me was expecting this turn of events. Still, did she plant all those notes on her own? Was that why the investigation was supposed to take place at night, so that she could have time to prepare everything? It's almost inconceivable, but it seems like the most likely option, and in all honesty, it's hardly beyond what I could imagine Shiguri to do. Sighing, I pocket the note and carefully pick my way down the stairs and into the street, steering clear of any corners or dark edges as best I can. Once I'm under some light, I can breathe a little easier. I take a quick snapshot of the note and send it to Shiguri. Without comment, she doesn't respond immediately, which probably means she received it. Or she was eaten by a bear. With that, I stick to the shadows as I return to my apartment. It's time to get some rest. I'll perfect time because I need to start getting ready for work. The evening welcomes me with frosted arms as I stride into my... Wait, what? Wait, we're back to the woods? My lovely burden is slung over my shoulder. The sky is clear tonight, bitter, vacant, a spiraling abyss in a sea of strangled light. I take a moment to admire it as familiar vegetation is crushed beneath my soles. Nothing restrains me, no incompetent bureaucracies, no iron gates, no suffocating schedules, not at this hour, not at my hour. I dump my burden upon the ground, watching as she lulls away, still in a haze of beauty sleep, innocent, peaceful, dreadful. I read my knife, taking my earnest vigil at his side. When the princess awakens, her guardian will be eagerly awaiting. Oh, well, that was terribly quick. I stoop next to my burden as she jerks upright, eyes rolling in panic. Good morning, sweetie. Where am... Her voice trails into indistinguishable croaks as her wide, pale eyes fix on me. I spare a chuckle. What, expecting someone else? How did I get here? How else? I settle for a moment, allowing her to take in her surroundings, allowing her to see how dire the situation is. What fun is it without a tinge of panic? Please don't hurt me, please! What makes you think I would hurt you? So you let me leave? I casually lift my serrated weapon, allowing it to catch the moonlight at just the right angle. Now, why would I do that? I advance towards her, slowly. She ekes away, pulling her weight by her hands, but she is too tremulous to even attempt to run. A little dull, but vermin are vermin. Please, I have a mom, a dad, a boyfriend. I want to study, I want to grow up. Usually, it's cute when they beg. This girl is bothering me. Well, I want to have a little carving practice, so what shall we do? Carving practice? Imbecile, my fingers twitch with impatience. Yes, carving practice. I'd best get started. Ooh, I savor my moments with her, leisurely, meticulously. Try to waste my time, I ought to return the favor. Finish off too quickly. The screams die in my ears as fading echoes of stilted crimson plummet from the edge of my blade. The beautiful mess scattered across the ground is a sight for sore eyes. I take a moment to savor it. My canvas, my masterpiece, the heart of my soul and the soul of my heart. If only it could have lasted a little while longer. Finished? A shadow slips from behind the trees, plodding unceremoniously on top of my finished work. Watch your steps, you're desecrating my chef d'oeuvre. The figure only stands in silence, waiting for my reply. I attempt a different line of questioning. Where are the others? Elsewhere. So I gathered, are they coming? No. So who shall pick up my toys? I just gesture to the artwork beneath the figure's feet. It doesn't budge. Me. You? Yes. By yourself? Yes. Call for the others. No. Why not? Leave if you're unfinished. It is certainly a one-sided balance of power. I can do nothing but acquiesce. I'm finished. I step away. As the figure approaches my canvas, I swoop in, sliding my knife against its neck. Don't be so proud of yourself. The moment you are of no use to me, I shall have my way with you. It only stares unblinkingly at me, unfazed. Not finished? Equal parts disgusted and perturbed, I would draw my weapon. I'm finished. Finished with you, too. I turned to the brighter horizon, straining away with a backward glance. So, are we or is Yama the killer? What the fuck? When I arrive at school, still bleary-eyed from my nighttime excursions, I'm greeted with an unusual sight. With that, just fuck with you guys and myself. We're gonna call that a day. Play more tomorrow. And exit. But first, as always, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below, and have a wonderful day. I gotta go yell at idiots on the internet who are wrong. I know. So childish.